Here's a time I caught a liar in court. At arbitration, the other side brought two invoices from two separate subcontractors. When I saw those, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have a field day with this because these are supposedly from two separate contractors. It's a very unique invoice. It has very unique font that I haven't ever seen used before, but the font on both invoices is identical. The date that both invoices was issued was the same, and the invoice number was 1 digit apart. They ended up not using them, so they're not in evidence, but I knew because they disclosed to me that they would be using it. And then I think at some point they realized how dumb it was and they realized the flaws in their way, but I knew I had to bring that in to impeach their credibility. So I asked, are you the Aussie whatever? And he's like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, so this is your company? And he's like, yeah. So you got paid like $5,500, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so this is your invoice then? And then I'm like, okay, great. I'd like to admit it into evidence. The other side objected saying, Your Honor, this is our exhibit, we weren't gonna use it. And then I said, like, Your Honor, that's not even a proper objection. Like, that just sounds like an excuse. Funny enough, the very next witness was the other guy, and I got that sucker to agree to admit, like, you would think he learned from the first guy, right? Like, no. He didn't. I asked him the same question, so I got both of these in, and I'm like, okay, this really shows like what they're willing to do to get away with this case.